Hello, Mr. Kelvin and Mr. Douglas. I'm here to explain you my presentation of Microsoft value proposition. I'm still on holidays. You see me in this suit, but I'm on holiday still, and I'm going to send you this video file so you will understand my thought about that. Okay. And second thing is I would like to take 20 minutes to explain the first part, which is the value proposition of Microsoft technology for education. And second part is how I'm going to help an account executive. Okay. So let me share with you my desktop, and then we start. Okay. Okay. So here my role is to explain the value proposition of Microsoft technology for educational transformation through the Windows SE technology, and which is powered by the Accenture. Accenture is helping Microsoft to sell its technology. Okay, and that's my role. Okay, here. So here is my initial analysis where I have a meeting with the IT director of a multi-academic trust, and generally, if we talk about multi-academic trust, it's this trust has many schools under it. Okay, there's a board of director, then there's IT director, and then there are many schools, academies which are linked to this multi-academic trust, and everything is managed by multi-academic trust. The multi-academic trust, they manage the entire education system, they manage the entire discipline, they manage the entire procedures for these all academies. Okay, so here's the small infrastructure. So the person who is the IT director, he is Mr. Alessandro Rossi. I invented it, and he is, if we're talking IT director, approximately he's 55 years of old or over 55 years of old. And hopefully he's married and has kids, and he shares some values and philanthropic nature because of a multi-academic trust. He worked there. That's I'm analyzing. And at subconscious level, his primary motivation is trust, stability, simplicity, empowerment, quality, and religiousness. Okay, so this is about his personal character. And here's a picture. You see, here's the logo on right side and I also have the logo here. Okay, so we are at the same level. Okay, in terms of maturity, in terms of our level of understanding. Okay, so he's Mr. Rossi. Now, I'm gonna present myself to him. So, Mr. Rossi, how was your vacation, summer vacation? In my case, I didn't go on the vacation because I'm the part of Italian Red Cross in Como, and I dedicated some time in the Red Cross to help local community in the medical services. Also, my wife is pregnant, and I also need to take care of her. And I also read many books. One of the book is this Make Things Easy for my family during this vacation period, and also some books about the social technology and social empowerment through technology. Okay, so I'm just explaining, Mr. Rossi. I'm just explaining to Mr. Rossi that we share the same belief. We are at the same mental level. Also, Mr. Rossi, I was also a teacher in one of the Indian school, and my role was to educate a student, to empower them, and thereafter I shift to Italy. Okay, so this is about initial ice breaking with IT director. Now, okay, Mr. Rossi, in IT, like we work with many top-notch companies, and most of the IT director, they have many challenges in terms of cybersecurity, in terms of workload, skill gap, digital transformation, cloud computing, hiring, budget, leadership support. What do you have? What do you face the most out of these all issues? What do you face the most out of these issues? And also, we have one of our research says that the big attitude, big orientation of a multi-academic trust, big priority of multi-academic trust is about improving the quality of education, improving the quality of education. That's the first priority of this multi-academic trust. Okay, and here last time you have bought or Microsoft 365 technology with some limited versions, but what you have seen so far is just a tip of iceberg with some limited functionalities. We can give you more functionalities. We can give you more advanced technology with more advanced features, with more, for example, with advanced applications, like you have technology in form of application where PC, it also doesn't require the internet connectivity, so a student can work, and also advanced cybersecurity technology. We are acquainting our technology with, like, Windows Defender, which is very powerful technology. And as you know, that the student safety is prime importance for us. So what you have seen so far is just a tip of iceberg, right? And the advanced technology, what we can give you is very, very powerful, and it's completely gonna help the student in the better comprehension, better reading, and better learning skills. Okay. Also, Mr. Rossi, here is this, like, we have, I'm sure you have the board of director, and also the budget allocation. So how do you see that? Like, what is that budget for digital transformation for this 2023, and who else is involved in the process, like your board, your maybe some external shareholder, stakeholders, etc., and what is that time frame for the implementation? Can you please tell me about that a bit? Okay, so I have read about your strategy, about your mission vision of 2023, and it's very much synchronizing the way we work. And some of your mission and vision statement is anyone can excel, enjoy the challenge, share what is best, be inclusive through the quality education. Okay, and this mission vision can be fully realized through the technology what Microsoft built. In fact, we're talking about digital equity, where every person, every student can have the equal access of technology, can have equal access, can learn better, can learn wherever and whenever. Okay, so we are giving that technology to schools. Okay, some of the references we are working with many schools, many multi-academic trusts. Here are some of the references where we work already, and you can have a look, like the organization structure, the number of schools, procedures, philosophy is very, very similar, like your multi-academic trust. Okay, and the objective of technology is not just to giving a student traditional mathematics and science knowledge, but enhancing the complete learning experience inside and outside of the classroom, fostering the culture of sharing innovation and connecting students and teacher in one single, holistic, distraction-free, simple, easy to use, secure, fully controlled, and a fast digital and affordable environment. That's the objective of technology. So here we are talking about complete 360-degree improvement of the student. We are talking about the complete holistic system, which will foster the education, which will make the teacher more involved in the teaching process and student more involved in the learning process. Okay. I said technology is simple because you don't need any techie person. You don't need to be the techie type of person. You don't need to have that technical knowledge to configure the technology. It's already done. Easy to use and fully secure. It's a very friendly user and fully secure because all authorization, all permission is already registered in the Azure Active Directory, which is one of the safest technology, cloud-based Azure technology at the planet. So it's completely secure. It's a very fast. Fast means deployment is very, very fast because the time administrator need to activate or deactivate the learning module to student, it just activation and deactivation. There is no complexity, which is done through the autopilot technology. Okay, it's fully controlled. That this is, I think, one of the concern of the teachers and parents, and maybe yours, like how a student can open some sites, something else. What about that? It's a fully controlled because students can do just whatever is in their academic curriculum. They cannot do anything external, extra. And what I'm saying is we are not limiting the student not to use the Excel, PowerPoint, or some application at optimum level. Or what we are saying is we are not giving student to use the technology outside of education. So it's completely controlled. There's no USB, there is no local drive, all data is stored in the cloud. So completely controlled. Work online, offline. That's a very beautiful thing. It's work completely offline and also online. I will talk about that. Also low cost, and I will talk about that in the detail, okay? So here is the technology. What we have is called the Windows SE. It's just built for education, And we have created this technology. This is another operating system which we have created from Windows 11 and which is called Windows SE, just for education purpose. Tailor-made for education. This is it requires less configuration, less CPU power, less RAM, less processing power. So device cost dramatically comes down. Device work, I said, without internet and with internet. That's the very beautiful thing. And it's against all threats, all cyber threats. It's fully controlled, right? Very secure technology, and have included built-in solution and helping student to realize the full potential, right? So again, I repeat, the technology is just built for education, nothing else. Inside the education, student can learn, can experience, can do many things, but just inside that educational framework. And that's what the technology is built for, okay? So we have partnership with many our PC manufacturers, HP, Lenovo, who produce these devices for us, and the device start from $249 with a great battery life. So that's also not a problem. Battery life is also great, and these devices are just built for education. Okay. Here's a small video which you can see like how device is completely safe, is a completely robust device. Even if it falls down on the ground, nothing can happen. There's no USB. It's a completely secure, completely user friendly. So it's a 2-minute video which we can see together. Okay. Now, other important point is this, like in Windows SE technology is a faster implementation time and zero-touch deployment. And what does this mean? Zero-touch deployment means like there inside this technology, there is another technology called Intune for Education, which is based on autopilot. So administrator can deploy the technology to thousands of devices in a short period of time, right? So also that's not a problem. That configuration problems, that longer configuration hours are also not required. It's very fast technology. So it's a zero-touch deployment. It doesn't need that IT skills, like what used to happen in the past, that there is IT person who need to do everything. Configuration time is time increases, but it's just a zero-touch deployment. There's no big IT skill is required. It just enable and disable. Okay, so that's the beauty of technology. Also, we say that this technology is cloud ready, not cloud dependent, and whole people development. They can use anywhere and everywhere. It doesn't need internet connection because there are applications which are inbuilt in the system. Student can run those applications, and the time internet connectivity comes, then the data automatically goes to the cloud in OneDrive, so everything is secure. So this is and also Mr. Rossi, this technology is also helping a student to increase the future employability, because what happens the time you go to work in the companies, then you start working Microsoft Excel, PowerPoint, what you have learned a bit. But we are giving these tools to students, but considering the fact that they would directly use these tools at the workplace, so increasing also the future employability, giving them a complete experience anywhere and everywhere. Okay. Other point is here, like it's also teacher can explain better. Teacher can teach better through various techniques which are inside the technology. Also helping the teacher to explain better, empowering the teacher to teach better, and helping the student to understand the fundamental right regardless of the background. This is very important. Like fundamental need to be right. What we learn in the primary school, those fundamentals remains with us for the longer period, right? And through this technology, we are helping students to learn those fundamentals at the granular level, okay? And then here is the technology also helping the sharing, like sharing the knowledge, which foster the culture of innovation, culture of creativity. Student can share the knowledge with another student, right? That sharing foster the new ideas, right? So helping student also in that creativity process through Microsoft Teams. Okay. Also, or sometimes there's an issue with a student, dyslexic student, mental health problems, etc. So technology is also helping a student in that process, so learning faster, giving the tools to improve their reading fluency, to improve their concentration. There are the apps like Minecraft, which help a student to stimulate stimulate creativity in their mind, right? So it's a very, I would say, it's a very rich learning experience, which is helping students in all directions and dimensions. Okay, correct. Now here's a 2 minutes video where we have deployed our technology with this St. Thomas Primary School, and they are very much happy with the technology. Students are very happy with devices. Teachers are very happy because they can explain the material to student in the more nicer way, and everyone is happy. This is one of the case study where we can see the video in details. Okay, and your multi-academic trust, the value, the principle, the objective of your multi-academic trust is very, very similar to this trust. Okay, here is also, I would say, Mr. Rossi, now the education is going towards e-learning, and we're talking about digital transformation. Now it's nice to have. Even if there is no digital technology in the classroom, it's nice to have. Nothing would happen, but it's gonna be must have. In the future, it's gonna be must have, right? Now it's nice to have, but in future, it's gonna be must have. It's gonna be indispensable. That's the future. So trust, multi-academic trust, need to think about in that direction, need to accelerate the process because it's gonna get indispensable. Also here in Italy, we're talking Industry 4.0. There is governmental thinking about the School 4.0, giving school a complete digital environment for learning. Also in Italian industry, in industry 4.0, 50% reduction on the taxes given to entrepreneurial companies, and government is also thinking to implement the same reduction in school 4.0 in Italy. Okay, so it's a right time. And also, if you we have a policy, discount policy, that if you buy more than 100,000 devices, there's a very huge discount. Okay, so these are the few factors which you can take in consideration to go with the technology, because this is the right time. This is the right time. Okay, here's so Mr. Rossi, I know you are knowing the role, and your reputation is very important to me. And also there is always complexity with technology deployment issues, etc. Maybe you might be thinking about that. Okay. In next coming months, I will be becoming a father. And my happiness and happiness of my family is directly linked to the success of my client. So here's my personal business card with my personal mobile number. And if you have any problem during 1 year implementation, I will be there for you around the clock. What about the meeting next week, meeting with your CEO and with my boss? And then we discuss in detail about the next step. And by the way, don't forget to read this book. This is a very interesting book about the complexity, about making things easy. And I will order it for you and talk to you soon. Thank you.